Today I'm going to show you how to make a vanilla raspado.
Summer days just sitting around, but when the sun goes down, I'll be ready to party. Ain't nothing like them summer nights.
Hi everyone, today we're going to make a vanilla raspado. We're going to start off with 1/2 gallon of milk, whole milk. I'm using whole milk. A large pot for everything. We're going to need some vanilla paste. This is vanilla paste that they use in baking. So don't be scared if you do see some specks, because you will see some specks. We're going to use a CMC powder. We're going to use some canela, 1 canela. It's cinnamon sticks in English. I'm not sure, I don't speak Spanish. We're going to use the Manila Mexican Vanilla Blend. Again, there are other options for these items. These are just what I use. And then for sugar, we're going to go ahead and measure up to 1.5 cups of sugar for everything. And we are going to use a lechera. Again, there's other options. We don't have to use this one. You can use any one you want. And then my last ingredient, which is my start ingredient, is going to be the vanilla flavor. It's a concentrate. This is the Demon Vanilla Ice Cream Vanilla. It's the E15. Hey everyone, our first step is to put the whole 1/2 gallon of milk inside of the pot that you're using. Again, we're using all the milk, all of it. And once that is done, we're going to go ahead and put 1 canela inside of the pot. In English, these are cinnamon sticks. I'm not sure. I don't speak Spanish. Whoops. Don't fit. So let me try to get one of these out of here. So we're going to put 1 cinnamon stick in there. We're going to have our pan on a medium-high heat, everybody. A medium-high heat is what the pan goes on. And my next step for this is add 1 whole can of lechera. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Again, scrape all of it out. You're going to want to use all of it. And once the lechera is inside, you're going to want to keep stirring it because it will go to the bottom of the pot and you don't want it to melt and get burnt. You're going to want to get your sugar. And when you get your sugar, you're going to want to go ahead and get your CMC powder. This is the one that I'm using. This is a cornstarch. It's fancy for cornstarch. This is sticking stuff up. So I'm going to get my 1/4 of a teaspoon out. And I'm not going to scoop all of it. I'm actually going to probably scoop half of it. So it might be measured to what, 1/8, I believe. But we're going to put that inside of the sugar because it will clump up if you put it directly in your milk warmed. So once you put the CMC powder, which again is fancy for cornstarch, you're just going to keep turning it and turning it till you mix it up really good. Again, I've done where I put it straight into the pot. Unfortunately, it didn't go too well for me. It was clumpy and, it didn't work as well. So I'm stirring this up pretty well. And once I do that, you're going to pour your 1.5 cup of sugar inside of the pot. It's going to bubble. Go ahead and get your spatula again, and then mix it up. Again, you don't want your sugar or your lechera sticking on the pot. So your sugar and your sweetened condensed milk should be away from the bottom of the pot. We don't want it to stick. Our next step is we're going to put 1/4 of a teaspoon. So I think that's like a 1/8. I'm not sure what measurements right now. But you're just going to get a little bit of the paste. And again, you might see some vanilla specks, but again, that is okay. As the milk is warm right now, all of that paste should be slipping off of I'm using a metal one, of course. All of that paste should slip off of the measuring spoon right here. Just gonna get it all in there. And our last ingredients that we're going to be using, I'm using the Damien Vanilla Raspado, the ice cream mix. It's the E15. I'm going to use 1/4 of that. So let me go ahead and get my measuring cup over here. I'm going to use 1/4 of Damien. So let me zoom it in and let you guys see. Now we're going to use the Vanilla Mexican Molina Mexican blend. For this one, for me, I use, because this is an alcohol based. So when you use an alcohol base, it does have to be really hot, which is why for both the concentrate and the vanilla extract, it's an alcohol based. So I'm using 1 tablespoon of it. Again, you're not going to want to put the alcohol base before because it will, it needs some time to warm up so it can all bound together. So now I'm going to get my mixing spoon. I'm going to go ahead and mix everything again. You see that beautiful color, right? Go ahead and close this up over here. Now we're going to turn off the fire, and you're going to want to have this at a room temperature. Do not put it in the freezer or the fridge just yet. You're going to want to make sure this goes to room temperature before you store it. So I'm going to go ahead and let mine sit out for about 45 minutes to an hour. So once you let it sit out for 45 minutes to an hour, it should be looking something like this. Our next step is to get our ice and pour on to our raspado. Go ahead and do that slowly. Don't do it fast like me now.
And now that we're done, I hope you enjoy.